Hey everybody, Sean from Media Assault here, and since the response to my PS3 collection was pretty positive, I figured I'd hurry up and get my Xbox 360 collection online. Won't spend a whole lot of time talking before I get into it because this is pretty self-explanatory as far as what I'm going to do. So I'm just going to go through each one of the games in my Xbox 360 collection and show it to you. And that'll be about it. So first off, I have a few duplicates of PS3 games, mainly because I usually got them cheap, but here's one of them, 2K Sports All-Pro Football 2K8. I picked this up for like $2 used, so I figured I would just check it out to see if it was any better or worse than the PS3 version. This was back when I had just gotten my PS3 and wanted to see if there was any difference between the two systems, so it was more of an experiment than anything else. And it's also me trying to justify buying that. This is a game I actually got for Christmas from somebody, and this is Assassin's Creed, and I've just played through the tutorial on this. I haven't played anything else. It's a really cool game. I just have my plate full with everything else, so I will eventually get around to playing this, but this is a lot of fun. And I spoke very highly of Battlefield Bad Company 2 on my PS3 collection, and I picked it up for the Xbox 360. Again, it was very cheap, just because I really liked the game, so I figured I would see what it was like on the Xbox. Another game I picked up really cheap was Beatles Rock Band. I bought this brand new for $7, and I was a huge Beatles fan when I was a kid, not so much anymore, mainly because I burnt myself out on their songs at a young age, but this is actually a lot of fun to play and well worth $7, I'll tell you that. Lots of Beatles songs on there. I don't know if you can actually see that. No, I guess not. But a lot of fun. And this is the very first Xbox 360 game I bought. This isn't the particular one. I actually traded that version in and got this Game of the Year edition, but when I bought my first Xbox 360, this is the game I bought with it, Call of Duty 2, and still have a soft spot in my heart for this, although it hasn't aged very well compared to the newer Call of Duties. And I got Call of Duty World at War. Again, the Call of Duties, everybody has them. I got this. I had traded in the originals, the original Modern Warfare and Modern Warfare 2, and earlier this year I came across this, and it says $49.99 new, and I did not pay that. But this is actually a pretty good deal. It's the Platinum version of Modern Warfare and the regular version of Modern Warfare 2. Cool pickup. Got it cheap. I think I paid like $25 for it. This I ended up getting for free. Somebody gave me a gift card for $40 or $45, Visa gift card, so I bought this used. Condemned, Criminal Origins. This was also one of the first games I got for the Xbox 360. Not this particular version, but an earlier version. And I've actually bought and traded in and rebought several Xbox titles just to get my collection back up to where it used to be, because I traded in a lot of games to get my PS3 Slim. This is Crackdown. This is a hell of a lot of fun. This particular version is sealed. This is, again, one of the rebuys that I did. But this was an incredibly fun game to complete. And I did not get the sequel. I heard the sequel is very disappointing. But this was really fun to play. Dead Rising. As you can see, I paid $15 for it. And this is a game that I had, and again, traded in and then rebought. This was a game that initially frustrated me when I first got it, and I figured I would try it out again. Deadspace, this is a game I'm currently playing. This is a hell of a lot of fun, no pun intended. It's creepy, it's effective, it's got cool mechanics. I don't know, I can't say enough good things about this so far. I haven't completed it yet. I'm still working my way through it. I got it cheap, and you'll notice I have a lot of Platinum Hits games for my 360. Speaking of unique, Earth Defense Force 2017. There's a sequel to this coming for both the Xbox and the PS3. This is almost laughably bad in terms of the way it looks, but it's a hell of a lot of fun to play. Definitely like a B-movie video game. These giant bugs and creatures and spaceships are attacking Earth, and you just run around blasting the shit out of everything. A lot of fun. Forza Motorsport 3. Actually got this for free with my Xbox 360 Slim. I got the holiday bundle earlier this year, and I'm not a big racing game fan, but this is really cool. I'd like to sit down and spend more time with this, but racing games really take a backseat to everything else as far as what I like, but what I did play of this I really enjoyed. Frontlines, Fuel of War. This is kind of a love-hate game. I love the premise of this game, and the developer Chaos, they did another game called Homefront, which just came out recently, which I have. You'll see in a minute. They have a really good way of coming up with plot lines for their games, but the execution just leaves a little bit to be desired. This is not a bad game by any stretch of the imagination, but it's just not quite up to the standards of other first-person shooters. A lot of fun to play. If you can get it, and you can get it cheap, which is probably the only way you'll find this if you do see this in a store, pick it up and try it, but just lower your expectations a little bit. And this is Gears of War. And this is a excellent game. I was always horrible at the multiplayer on this. I just could not wrap my head around the mechanics of this game for multiplayer, but single player where I can sort of take my time, it was a lot of fun. And then this is the Gears of War 2 Complete Collection, which has all the DLC with it. Still working my way through the single player game. Took a break for a really long time. Actually traded the game in, then rebought it, and then restarted playing it. I don't know, this just is lacking something that the first game had. I do want to finish this in time for Gears of War 3. Hopefully that will be a little bit better. But again, I suck ass at the multiplayer on these games. I'm not sure why. Gears of War. Whew. Guitar Hero 2. This is probably my favorite Guitar Hero game, even though the songs aren't done by the original people, save for one or two. I don't know, this is where the series peaked for me. I got Guitar Hero 3, I got Guitar Hero Metallica. I don't know, but I just have a soft spot for this one. I got the furthest in this one. I just enjoyed it the most. And probably because it was developed by Harmonix, who did Rock Band, which I eventually sort of switched over to. So that probably has a lot to do with it. And there's Guitar Hero 3. I did try this out and just didn't like it very much. And here's the aforementioned Homefront. I had wanted to do a review of this similar to the Medal of Honor review that I did in December, and I just kept putting it off. This was a very quick single-player game. I went through it in 2 or 3 nights, just a couple of hours at a time. The multiplayer on this is cool, but it stacked up against Battlefield and Call of Duty. It's really nothing to write home about. Really cool concept. Again, Chaos, they hired the guy that wrote Red Dawn, whose name escapes me, John Milius, I believe. Milius, I'm not really sure how to pronounce it, to do the script for this, or the concept, but it's really, really a great premise let down by subpar gameplay. For cheap, pick it up. Indiana Jones, The Original Adventures, Lego Indiana Jones, I should say, and Kung Fu Panda. I found this used in a game store for $10, and I figured I'd give it a shot. The Indiana Jones game is cool. I never saw Kung Fu Panda the movie, so I don't really know a whole lot about the character or the premise or anything like that. Not like it's real difficult or complicated, but it just doesn't do anything for me. This was sort of a blind buy. Clive Barker's Jericho. It's a first-person shooter with sort of occult and magic elements. Wasn't really enthused with this. I didn't get very far in the game. Probably one of the most bizarre first-person shooters you'll ever play, but I don't know if I'll ever get back into playing that or not. And this is Left 4 Dead, the Game of the Year edition. And this is a game that everybody just raves about as far as multiplayer, at least when it first came out. I like the single-player part of this, but the multiplayer, at least now, if you try to play it, people just, they're trying to glitch the game and stuff. At least that's what I found. I haven't really given this a fair shake in terms of multiplayer, but every time I play it, it seems like nobody's really trying to actually play the game. It's been a while since I've tried to play it online, though. Next up is Marvel Ultimate Alliance. This was part of a 2-pack, but I bought it used, and it only came with the Marvel game. This is kind of cool if you like the Marvel characters. It's sort of like a dungeon crawling RPG, sort of, where you build the different powers and stuff for the heroes. It's kind of cool. I got pretty far into it and just sort of lost interest. And I'm having some trouble putting these games back. The next 4 games are Madden 06, 07, 08, 09. Yeah, everybody knows those. Picked up Mass Effect. I haven't started this yet. I keep putting it off just because I want to devote a lot of time to it. I don't know, I know it's by the same people that did Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic, and of course we all know that there's a sequel out for this now for also not just the Xbox, but for the PS3, and that Mass Effect 3 is coming, and I'm way behind getting into this, so eventually I'll get into it. One of the really early titles for the Xbox 360, The Outfit. This was kind of a cool, strategic, sort of arcadey battle game. Very cool. Hasn't aged very well, but it was a lot of fun back in the day. And this sort of fell out. The easiest 1,000 point achievements, or at least one of the games where it's really easy to get 1,000 points for your achievements for completing this, Peter Jackson's King Kong, which is sort of a combination first-person, third-person game. You play first-person as Jack, and then third-person as King Kong. But actually, this is kind of a quality game. I really enjoyed this, even though it was, fairly easy to get 1,000 achievement points with it. It was still a fun game. It does not look very good now, but it was pretty decent when it came out. It was one of the launch games for the 360. 007 Quantum of Solace. This is fun. It uses the same engine as Call of Duty 4, but it does have some third-person elements when you use cover and stuff. I enjoyed it. It kind of plays like a budget title, but it was a lot of fun. I really can't say anything bad about it. It was entertaining. A little bit short. Some of the third-person parts where you had to balance kind of got annoying, but I don't know. I enjoyed it. And Rock Band 2. Haven't got Rock Band 3 for the 360. I have it for the PS3. I have a little bit of DLC for this, but I've mostly spent my money on the DLC for the PS3. Hey, it's a good music game. Saints Row. Kind of a GTA knockoff, at least initially. I have not played the second one. Didn't get too far into this one. I liked what I played. I just really kind of lost interest in it. I don't know. It may sound like I never finish or get anywhere in any of these games, but a lot of the games that I finished for the 360, I traded in. This I have not started yet. This is Splinter Cell Conviction. Picked this up really cheap. This is still sealed. Haven't started it yet. Can't say anything about it because I haven't tried it yet. And then I picked this up. You're in the movies. I picked this up really cheap, and it came with the Xbox Vision camera, and I mainly bought it for the camera. I think I paid $20 for this over a year ago, and I waited to play it until I had some people over, and we went ahead and we made the movies and we played the games, and it was kind of fun. Everybody had a blast, and then found out that you can't upload the movies to Xbox Live anymore, get them on the internet. That part of it's broken, so I actually had to video capture them off of the Xbox 360 to give them to people. So if you see this and you're thinking, oh, that sounds like a lot of fun because you can upload the movies and share them with your friends, you can, but it's really a pain in the ass. So there you go. And then one final Xbox 360 game. I have seen it up here, and my PS3 collection was missing Buzz Quiz World, which I forgot to mention. So that is a little PS3 add-on for my Xbox 360 collection. But there you go. I hope you enjoyed this. My next game collection video will feature what's remaining on the shelves here, my Wii collection, my Dreamcast collection, my PS1 collection. And that'll be it. And then I'll be able to include the games I pick up in my DVD Blu-ray updates. So thanks again for watching, everybody. And and I'll also throw in my Xbox and PS2 games as well. So thanks again for watching, and as always, feel free to comment, rate, and subscribe. Have a good one. Bye.